Welcome back to another episode of I'm Employed. What does this mean? Listen, TikTok might be going away. However, where else are we going to get this type of delicious trash? I don't know. I really hope these people migrate over to another app or something because I can't stop watching. And you know what that means. I have to make a video about it so that you also need to know about it, okay? Basically me just dumping all of the nonsense that's in my brain onto you so that I don't have to deal with it anymore and I'm not alone. Hi y'all, here on my channel, we are not familiar with people who are unhinged and their unhinged opinions. And you know, and I know, it's basically the equivalent to our trashy TV. It's really entertaining. But unfortunately, for some of us, we have people like that in our personal lives, and it can be pretty hard to deal with. Many of you are familiar with my crazy Uncle Reggie. Thanks to today's sponsor, Uncle Reggie has been a little bit less crazy. And that sponsor is Ground News. Ground News is my go-to news platform developed by female former NASA engineer Harleen Kaur to give readers an easy, data-driven way to keep up with the news. The app gathers related articles from thousands of sources around the world, allowing me to easily compare how different outlets cover the exact same story, and gives context on the source of each of those publications. For instance, speaking of the algorithm gods, a recent study discovered that Twitter, also known as X, their algorithm changed in July to boost right-wing accounts. Ground News found over 20 news outlets covering this story. 50% were left-leaning, while 33% were leaning right, and then obviously the difference being center-leaning. Below that, you can see the factuality breakdown, which of course is my absolute favorite aspect, as well as ownership, which obviously that's very important. 50% of reporting outlets are independently owned, like this headline from The Verge that reveals X's algorithm now loves two things: Republicans and Elon Musk. Y'all know we love independent journalism over here, and I of course do think it's important to consider the source, as I say a lot on my channel. And we should question everything and research everything. However, we don't need to put our tinfoil hat on just yet. Keep it in arm's reach, but we don't need to put it on yet. Instead, you can go to ground.news/cc or click the link in my description box. And if you sign up through that link, you will actually receive their limited time offer of 50% off of their Vantage plan, which is the one that I use. And that gives you unlimited access to all of their amazing features. So thank you again to Ground News for sponsoring this video and being a continued sponsor of my channel. Now back to the video. So if you've watched my videos before, really over the past few months, and then also if you are a listener of my podcast too, then you probably know about Adriel Sigler, also known as Veganrizz on TikTok. She is obnoxious, the worst. I can't stand her. She's absolutely disgusting, has had so many different controversies. I will try to remember to link some videos and podcast episodes down below that go over all of that for you. But she is just awful, a horrible mom. Sounds like I just called her. I mean, whatever, girl. If the horrible self-tanner fits, babe. And guess what? It doesn't. What shade is that? Dexane? Methinks so. So Adriel Sigler is, like I said, a horrible mom, wears ugly hat, in my opinion, a perpetual liar. I mean, I can say it in my opinion all day long. However, it's been proven that she has lied so many times. And I have multiple videos on my channel about that. And then many podcast episodes that, hey, I have on Here for the Clout, or which is my podcast. You should go subscribe to it. Or the Do We Know Them podcast as well has talked about it. So many people have talked about it. Now, Adrielle, Clout Goblin, obviously. But one thing about TikTok is the more engagement you get, it doesn't matter if it's negative. The algorithm is going to push you out to more and more and more people, right? That's just how that works, unfortunately for all of us. So that rage bait content really pays well, again, unfortunately for all of us. And with that, the insane world of live battling and live streaming on TikTok, just honestly the laziest content out there. You don't have to research anything. I mean, you could, but you don't have to research anything. You don't have to edit anything. You don't have to do anything. There are some people out there who, yes, put work and money into their live streams, or actually provide a service or entertainment or anything. I mean, I guess you could argue that Adriel Sigler is entertainment, but no, she's not. Adrielle does not do anything like that. She, in my opinion, just begs for money, and it is awful. But people will go live with her because where was I just looking? But people will go live with her because they know that if they go live with her, they will make more money and it is good for engagement. And unfortunately, she knows that too. However, Adriel has been outed previously for, how do I say this without getting demonetized? However, Adriel was recently exposed for posting to Reddit a long time ago and saying that she had a crush on one of her students, one of her middle school students when she was a substitute teacher. People researched it and looked around apparently and reportedly had confirmed that she was fired for, I guess, like sending pictures of her dirty pillows to like minors, which, hey girl, don't do that maybe? That's weird. Those are literally, those are your kids' ages. What are you doing? Wild. Anyways, so of course, nothing has happened because TikTok doesn't really censor almost anything and won't delete her from the app, which is really unfortunate, obviously, but hey, what makes the world go around? No, baby, it's not love, it's money. One of the people that Adriel goes live with consistently, or rather used to go live with consistently, is a creator called Ness The Kid. Now, Ness The Kid is quite an interesting character in his own right. Now, nothing quite makes me feel like an old bitch like watching something like this.
Stop playing, man. $1 million deal. Too icy, man. Put it in my sight, man. What it in my sight?
Kazoon tight. Like, was he just sneezing? What? I don't understand what that was. He sniffed his finger. He said something weird. What's with the Dr. Seuss looking Horton Hears a Who chain? Like, what's going on with that? With all the things this kid posts, like, listen, he's like 24-ish or 23, something like that. He's about to have a kid himself, apparently. But I am just going to refer to him as a kid because, hey, I'm an old and it's in the name, right? Has this little guy never been told that, like, hey, if you're posting like this on the internet, you're probably going to get robbed? Apparently he has gotten robbed. All a gimmick, whatever. And speaking of a gimmick, what we're talking about today could be a gimmick because people are outraged, happy, surprised, I don't know, that this guy, Ness the Kid, or Alex Karen, if you will, is now exposing Adriel Sigler for being an alleged racist, for being an abusive mom, for being PDF file, for a lot of things. And he has apparently a lot of screen recordings, a lot of receipts, and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and watch a few of that.
So we can have phone.
Well, you know she has a crush on you.
Girl, what?
It's so much more than that.
What? You hate me, but you want to fuck me at the same time.
Yeah.
So why did you... That's a next level of petty, Adriel. That's a next level. What did I even do? I didn't do shit. What?
I shouldn't talk to you anymore.
Ooh, I don't get why we can't just be friends and, like, live battle and run up a bag together.
Because I fall in love with you.
You...
All I'm gonna say, chat, I can't play this next video, bro. Just be ready. Just be ready tonight, bro. Just be ready tomorrow night at 8:30.
Was she on something when she was probably she had the you know where?
No, she was completely sober at that point. She was completely sober at that point. I would say the worst is the video of her saying some stuff about her kids. I have to be very, very careful on live right now.
Okay, well, just tell us that.
Adriel has a lot more to worry about than getting cool with me, having custody of her kids. I think that was going to be her main worry for now. Yeah, no, it's going to get insane. I have actual phone calls.
Actual phone calls of what?
Of her saying this stuff to me. Like, a lot of the other tea is speculation. This isn't speculation. This is like cold, hard evidence. A lot of the other stuff, and that's a whole reason why nothing has really happened to Adrielle. I'm on live right now telling the truth, exposing the truth about Adriel Sigler. The video is about to be posted while I'm on live. Everyone join the live right now. The truth is coming out to light with proof. What was with the snow on the bar last night?
That was not true. Stop.
Be a snowman.
That is literally like no reflection. Why are you doing this on a live stream? Like, that's not even a funny rumor to make up about someone who has kids. Like, and you're over here laughing. Bye.
Hey, I told y'all I would do that, bro.
Now you could say all day long, like this person did in the comments, that all these things are taken out of context. I got a question. What context could be added to her saying that her son can't date black girls? What context could be added to that? Saying my son has a black girlfriend. What's wrong with that? He can't date black girls. Why? Like, what context could make that better? Like, what would be the missing context there? There is none. Because the only reason that you wouldn't want yours or approve of your son dating a black girl would be that you don't like black people. Like, they're literally, I don't understand what context y'all are thinking here. And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, this is a gimmick. Don't get me wrong. He's getting some clout for this. However, I don't understand how she would think that this would add to the longevity of her career, which it's not a career, it's her digital panhandling. But still, it's very, I don't know. I don't understand how people would possibly think that she'd be in on it. Then again, I didn't think that her response to being reportedly exposed for being a pedophile and being fired from the school that she worked at for doing whatever with children, reportedly. I didn't think that her response to that would be dressing up like a schoolgirl and doing karaoke in her living room. What do I know? I never know how this lady is going to respond or react, or if she's in on it. Now, unfortunately, as long as TikTok is around, I don't think that Adriel Sigler is gonna get her account taken down. She's been exposed for like crimes, you know, and she's still here. So as long as TikTok is around, I think that she will still be around as well. Do I love TikTok? Absolutely. As a viewer, as a creator, I hate it. Crazy how I can get 1 million views on something on Instagram within a day, not even. And then that same content on TikTok get 600 views or not even, which the algorithms are so different. So I understand that. It's just frustrating as a creator to try to grow on TikTok. And it's a strange world over there. But as a viewer, I love it. And I think that the algorithm over there is much better than on Instagram. On Instagram, on my For You page or Explore page, whatever, I keep getting AI babies. And I don't want to see these AI babies walking down runways or in hospitals, and it's spooky and I don't like it and it's real scary. I don't see that stuff on TikTok. So yeah, I don't know. But hey, for the Ash Trevinos and the Adriel Siglers of the world, I hope that they, get out of here. So also regarding Ness the Kid, like I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole with him because I was just like, what does this kid do? I don't understand. I went to his Instagram, and on his TikTok, it's just like he live battles constantly. And then on Instagram, very confused about it. But then again, hey, I'm employed I'm employed by myself and I am making a video about it. So I don't know. I'm too old for this. Okay. I'm very confused by him, but he's just giving like, please rob me right now vibes. But then also he just looks so young. Like he looks like he's like 18, if that, which he's not. Apparently he's like 22 or something. But it's just so strange to me. And I was like, okay, how is he, like all of that cash can't be just from, live streams and stuff like that. So I was looking more into him and I was like, oh, he has an OnlyFans. Okay. But then like looking more into that, I did not pay for it, I promise. No, gross. Not sex work being gross. Sex work is real work, definitely. Having a successful OnlyFans is definitely real work. That is content creation. That is a lot of engagement. However, looking at like pictures of him, listen, everyone's got a type, I understand. But like he seems very infantilized. I would kindly appreciate if everyone who subscribes to his OnlyFans, if they could like be arrested or investigated, I would really appreciate that because I don't get it. Someone commented on one of his Instagram posts and they were like, the fact that people pay for this guy's OnlyFans is unhinged. And if he was acting like an adult, then okay, but that's not what's happening there, is it? Anyways, he's about to be a dad though, so congratulations to him and his girlfriend. I wish nothing but the best for, their baby, because, that's an innocent human. And that his girlfriend has a successful and pain-free birth and pregnancy and all that. right? Okay. So not only has she been exposed for being a reportedly, allegedly pedophile, for being fired from a teaching job in a middle school where she showed allegedly children pictures of her dirty pillows, but then also potentially child neglect, inappropriate relationships with multiple other minors, being a clout goblin in general, but also now reportedly being racist and potentially like physically abusing her children and just generally like treating her children like shit, it seems like. And also like being like a shit colleague too, you know? That's not someone who would want to work with you. And if you make more money doing live battles, like who's going to want to go live with you if you're like constantly like starting shit and like the gimmick only worked like for so long. All of that has been exposed and she's still here. Unfortunately for us. But unfortunately for her, I am over here on YouTube. And so if she tries to come over to YouTube, I will, continue to make videos about her. I don't know. I'm going to do that no matter what she does. Because it's fascinating and the worst. And it just sucks and I can't stand her. Anyways, so I hate it. Why is she so orange? I don't know. I guess like report her to TikTok. I don't know what you'd report her for. Like, is her just being a slimy human? Like, is that against their terms of service? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other topics you'd like me to make videos about. Let me know as well in the comments below. And stay spicy. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being you. And have a great day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Remember, if you are subscribed, your butt looks so good. Listen, you don't need a BBL. You don't even need a sculpture BBL. You just need to hit the subscribe button and then boom, your butt looks good. If you then look in the mirror and it doesn't look good, that's none of my business. Also, that's none of your business. Okay? Stay delusional, queen. All right? Them cheeks caked up. And if you're not subscribed, I don't want you to turn around. I don't need to see that flat wall. I don't know what's happening and I wish the worst for you. Anyways, I'll see you later. Goodbye.